Gotta be something interesting. Not delved ourselves.
I'm the McBob Gorge, and this is r/place, an incomplete history. Reddit has never been big on April Fool's Day pranks. They don't go the Google route of advertising a new product, but rather, the people at Reddit design these social experiments. In 2015, they added r/the button, a subreddit that contained a button on a 60-second timer. Every time it was pressed, the counter reset. When it eventually hit 0, the button could no longer be pressed, and the subreddit was archived. The next year's prank was less prolific, but it revolved around random chat rooms all across the site. Reddit's 2017 social experiment was a blank canvas, 1,000 pixels wide, 1,000 pixels tall. Users were given a palette of 16 colors and freedom to place any color anywhere on the canvas.
Good prank.
The one caveat being that you had to wait 5 to 10 minutes between each pixel. As you can imagine, the earliest moments of r/place, or place as I will refer to it from now on, were moments of chaos. Most people were just testing out the system, placing random colors towards the middle. Very quickly, people began to work together. The first words began to be slowly transcribed onto the canvas. "Send nudes, please." Soon after, a group wrote "dick butt" in the corner. Other organized art, including drawing diagonal lines in various colors out from the corners of the canvas, began to emerge. After just a few hours, 2 of the largest factions emerged. This design is one of the more complex early designs. It's a rainbow that spans the entire length of the canvas, jutting out from the middle. The design continues to thrive due to willingness to work with what is in its path, going around pixel art and not interfering with flags and things like that.
Ooh.
One of the most obvious changes to place was, at the beginning, the blue corner. At its peak, it took up nearly an eighth of the screen, swallowing anything in its path. At one point, these 2 factions worked together, allowing the rainbow to pass right through the blue corner. As these self-enclosed abstract designs began to grow, people began to enlist help outside of place, posting in regional subreddits to organize construction of a flag, or posting in hobbyist subreddits to build a logo. It would take too long to go over every single bit of art that emerged, so I'm just going to focus on some of the largest players in the place game. Because so many Germans speak English, they have a much larger presence on Reddit, which is a largely American website. The German flag was the second to appear after Argentina. However, the German flag continued to expand and eventually it hit the newly formed French flag. Soon, France had to move north to avoid further invasion by the Germans. Many Germans felt bad about invading France for the 4th time in modern history, so they eventually built the EU flag right in the middle. Germany also worked with Belgium to create some thematic pixel art of beer and sausage. Destiny is a Twitch streamer who told his viewers to destroy the blue corner, and they did.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh my god. My dudes. My dudes.
This was huge because it really marked the downfall of this once homogeneous space, now speckled with purple all over. And after the purple invaded, it paved the way for others to build on the blue. And as you can see in the final canvas, only a tiny portion of what used to be there remained. People from 4chan began to fill up the center of the canvas with the color black. This soon became known as the Void. It broke through everything from the trans flag to the Swiss flag, and people working on Rainbow Road began to attempt to hold back the rapid expansion. They did end up forcing the Void to shrink to a sustainable size. Eventually, plans to build the cover to the dark side of the moon took hold, but the triangle proved harder to construct than most thought. Eventually, the Void closed up in the middle, but it never fully disappeared.
Damn.
Users on r/place worked to shed the criticism the subreddit had garnered in its infancy for the numerous phallic symbols drawn all over the map. Multiple Mona Lisas were constructed, as well as Van Gogh's Starry Night.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
One subreddit, r/prequel memes, focused its efforts to transcribe the entire story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. This is unique because the story was written once and then rewritten to take up less space. At first glance, Osu's logo seems like any other video game logo on Place. However, its size and blandness led many to critique it. Multiple times people tried to destroy it, and when they were unable to, they blamed the issue on scripters. Reddit accounts made after March 2017 could not participate in Place, but that didn't stop people with spare Reddit accounts from writing up quick scripts to automatically place pixels. Certain groups were accused in particular, but it's hard to tell which groups were actually scripting. That is, there is one exception, 4chan. There were links shared around to easily script through a couple commands in Chrome and just one download. After 72 hours, Place closed. As of April 4th, the subreddit can be accessed and the final canvas can
Wait,
be
that was
still
just 3
explored.
days in total?
One thing to note is that this isn't really an original idea. The $1 Million homepage is a 2005 website where one man sold pixels on this website for $1 a piece. The website went viral and it can still be visited today. Just like Place, there were 1 million pixels.
That was cool. That happened in 3 days? That's pog.